with everything that's kind of going on right now with the project, if you guys have been following my channel, I have a bridge project that came up. Guy was wanting me to do it. As of yet, he doesn't want to pay for an engineer, said they cost too much money. And that, you know, we've already been over all that in the other video. So what came up today, I was talking to another welder. I work with another contractor, and it just kind of was bantering back and forth based off of what I am now equipped with, the information I have of understanding liabilities and such. There's so much more involved with just, you know, just anything that's going to support people, and that's actually structural. It never really clicked inside my head that I've built so many of these, but it was always off of engineered designs. My employers always gave me the blueprints. They always gave me the drawings that were signed off by an engineer. So just because I know how to build something definitely does not mean that I understand why you build it that way. And so what came up was, he had mentioned, you know what, you know, you live in Arkansas, and I'm just telling you just to help you because you're a friend. He's like, you know, sometimes you just got to just do the job. Just get it done. Say, hey man, I don't know you, you don't know me, and, you know, we'll just part our ways. And then the other side obviously is to do everything legally and do it the right way. And kind of, you know, what I had to say back about that was the subject of, well, that is true, but, you know, also I've had a family experience that happened. My dad was building houses right through the downturn there, 07, 08. Wasn't really full up on, you know, having the right licenses that he needed, and was unaware of it. And like I said before, ignorance is not an excuse legally. He paid dearly with that, because somebody that was licensed saw he was making all this money, but he wasn't following the same code that they had to. So they turned my dad in, and, you know, it followed out. So that's kind of the big philosophical debate for you in this, you know, welder beast world, is wherever you live, it's really going to come down to what you personally are comfortable taking on, liability wise, legally wise. Me personally, I'm just that kind of guy. I follow things to the letter. Call me whatever you want to call me. I am. I follow rules. That's how I am. And when something's outside my scope, I get very uncomfortable, specifically with this bridge job. For me, it's outside my scope. I could not sleep probably as well at night, just putting it together, just like anything I've ever built before, but not really knowing why I did a certain thing, or actually even truly know if it's going to be strong enough to do what it's supposed to be. So I could just do that, you know, oh, you know, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. We don't know each other. The job's done. If anything breaks down the road, you know, you're not going to come after me. Versus doing everything right and then probably losing a lot of work. And that's what he was kind of getting at. He was truly trying to help, and I appreciate his help. He's a very good friend of mine. So don't start bashing on him. I'm bringing up two sides of an argument here, that one, do whatever it takes to get the money. Two, do everything right and the money will come eventually. I tend to stand on the side of just do everything right and the money will eventually come. And if it doesn't, I'll at least be sleeping well at night, because that's just my moral compass. Others probably sleep just fine with just getting her done and getting the money. So two sides to play the game. Know yourself. It's always a self-assessment. Understand which way you want to play the game. And just be aware of so much more out there than you may understand. You've got to dive so deep into legalities with running your own business. It's not just picking up a welding machine and a truck and just going out there and doing things. You really got to be aware, and I've been very fortunate that a few of you guys that watch, and those that aren't these guys, that are already, you know, owners of weld businesses, have taken me underneath their wing and have taught me, told me things, let me be aware of these things. And I'm hoping that this gets passed on to anyone that sees this stuff later on, that they'll be aware. Look guys, there's so much involved legally with being your own entity. you're not an employee anymore, if you're running your own weld business, you got to start getting educated on the legal stuff, or something's going to come back to you and you're going to have lawsuits because you built something structurally and it may have broke or it may have failed in some way you never anticipated and it killed somebody's kid. That's worst case scenario. Always plan for the worst and just hope for the best. That's how I live my life. Maybe it's not the right way, but it's just my viewpoint, and I imagine if you're watching my videos, that's kind of what you're looking for, is my opinion and my viewpoint. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.